Hello, students. Today we are going to continue with the chapter Ashes That Made Trees Bloom. I hope that you have understood the first part of the video that I had sent. Now let us continue with the chapter. Now you remember that the dog was killed by the wicked couple, and later his spirit came in dream and he said to the good old farmer that you cut this pine tree and make a mortar and mill out of it. So let us see what he does. So the old man chopped down the tree. Chopping means cut down the tree and cut out of the middle of the trunk. You know, the middle of the trunk part is taken where it is the most thick one, a section about 2 feet long. And how long the log was? It was 2 feet long with great labor. Now, it was a big one. So, with a lot of hard work, and he was also old, partly by fire. How did he make a hole or a pit here? By fire as well as by the chisel. Chisel, is an instrument which is used to scrap and chisel, whether it is a stone statue or you are preparing something with wood, you can use a chisel to cut out wood and you can give a particular shape to the wood. So partly by fire, by burning, and partly by chisel, he used it, and then he scraped out a hollow place as big as a small bowl. So mortar is something like a cup shaped receptacle in which you pound something, you grind something. So you beat it with a stick, and that is how, with a mill, and then you are preparing it. Mortar and chisel is with which you beat it or pound it actually. So here a nice bowl is made inside this wood. He then made a long handled hammer of wood. Mortar and chisel, you remember one thing, in your house you would have seen the oakley, that you put something in that and then you pound it to grind. So that is what he is making. So he made it a small bowl. He then made a long handled hammer of wood. You require something to pound it. So a long hammer of wood he made, such as is used for pounding rice. As these Japanese pound rice, they grind the rice. Similarly, crushing rice, he made this long handled hammer of wood. When New Year's time drew in, so when it was a New Year time, it was a time of celebration, of festivity, then what did he do? Came near, then he wished to make some rice pastry. Now rice pastry is something they eat in Japan, we don't. When it's made of rice, boiled rice. When the rice was all boiled, the granny means the old lady, his wife, put it into the mortar. If you want to make a paste of something, if you want to grind something, you put it in this mortar. Nowadays we use a mixer and grinder, but they used to earlier make pound, and they used to make a paste in that way. The old man lifted his hammer to pound the mass into dough, and in this way he lifted the wooden hammer and he pounded it to make a nice dough. As your mother prepares a dough every day to roll chapatis, similarly a nice rice dough was made. And the blows fell heavy and fast till the pastry was all ready for baking. And heavily, with a lot of force, they pounded it. And now it was a very nice paste that was made. It was ready for baking. Suddenly, the whole mass turned into a heap of gold coins. But it was all done by the dog's spirit. So, what happened? That the whole mass was turned into gold coins. So, again, even after the death, the dog is actually making them richer and richer. So, they have again become rich. So, the whole mass, this whole dough turned into gold coins. Now, when the old woman took the hand mill and filled it with the beans, began to grind. Now again, she took the beans and she started pounding to again grind it, crush it, and make a powder. The gold dropped like rain. It also converted into gold, and the powdered gold or the rain, it was dropping like the raindrops, or the particles became gold particles. the bean particles. Meanwhile, the envious neighbor, there's a jealous neighbor also, and the envious neighbor peeped in at the window. Peeping means secretly looking into when the boiled beans were being ground. They were very eager to know what is going on, what they are doing. And what happened? Goody me. She was very much surprised to see everything converting into gold, cried the old hag. Hag means witch. So these greedy people have been compared to witch. As she saw each dripping of sauce turning into yellow gold, that all the sauce and boiled rice, everything is converted into gold. Until a few minutes, the whole tub was covered with or filled with under the mill was full of shining mass of gold. So finally, they were very, very rich again. So the old couple were rich again. They again became rich. The dog made them or helped them become rich and live a lavish life. The next day, the stingy means miserly, the wicked couple and wicked neighbor came and borrowed the mortar and magic mill. They knew that if we are going to use this, everything will convert into gold. They filled one with boiled rice. They took it at their home and they again started the same process. They also boiled the rice and they also started grinding the beans. Then the old man began to pound the woman and the woman started grinding. But at the first blow and turn, as soon as they started doing it, the pastry and sauce, the rice pastry and the bean sauce they started making, turned into foul mass of worms. Foul smell, as you know, very bad smell that you can't bear. Foul mass of worms were the rice pastry converted into worms. So you can understand that this could be the curse of dog falling upon them. Still more angry at this, they chopped the mill into pieces. They became so angry at this that they finally, because it was wooden, so they could easily chop it and cut it and destroy it. So they chopped this mill into pieces, and in their fireplace they used it as firewood, and they burnt it and converted this into ashes. They did not return this mortar and mill back to the good old couple, and the couple did not even ask also. Okay, now we'll carry on with the second part. Not long after that, the good old man dreamed. Again, there was a dream. The dog is again helping them out. And what is the dream now? Let me adjust the page. And now the good old man dreamed again, and the spirit of the dog spoke to him, telling him how the wicked couple had burned the mill and made from the pine tree. Now all the secret, whatever happened done by the wicked couple, is now disclosed by the dog to this good couple. Take the ashes of the mill. Now still he is saying that go to their home and bring the ashes. Once you burn something, it is converted into ash. So bring that ash also of the mill, sprinkle them on the withered trees. Withered means the trees who are bare, which have no leaves, no fruits, nothing, and they are dry. So you sprinkle a little amount on them and they will bloom again. And you can see they will again bloom and they will be flowering, and it will be completely covered with leaves and a lot of flowers and would look very beautiful, said the dog spirit. And this was said by the dog spirit. The old man awoke and went at once to his wicked neighbor's house. Now, this is the first time he's going to their house right now. Earlier, he went to get the pine tree's wood. Right now, he is again going there, where he found the miserable old pair sitting. Now, the wicked couple was sitting there at the edge of their square fireplace, just near the fireplace, because it is very cold there in Japan, so they are warming themselves near the fireplace in the middle of the floor, smoking and spinning. So this is what they are doing. They are smoking and they are spinning. From time to time, they warmed their hands and feet. And you know, when it's very cold, so you again and again warm your hands and feet near the fireplace with the fire, with the flames of fire. with the blaze. With the blaze means with the heat coming from the fire. From some bits of the mill, while behind them lay a pile of the broken pieces. So they are burning the wooden pieces, and they are getting warmth from the fire that is burning in the fireplace. The good old man humbly asked, in a very humble way, very down to earth way, for the ashes, that I just require ashes. Ashes are otherwise not useful to you at all. Though the covetous, the greedy couple turned up their noses. They did not even want to, they disliked him so much. They were so jealous that they did not want to even see him. So they rebuked him, they scolded him, and as if he were a thief, they considered him, or they hated him like a thief. They let him fill the basket, but they said that ashes are already of no use. So let him take away, otherwise we are also going to throw it. On coming home, the old man took his wife into the garden. It being winter, it was the winter season, and their favorite cherry tree was bare. Bare means it has nothing. Can you see the picture? The tree is bare. In the winter season, in these countries, all the leaves and flowers and everything falls down. So it is completely bare. There is nothing on the tree. He sprinkled a pinch of ash on it, and just a pinch is required, and lo, what happened? It sprouted blossoms, and the whole tree was full of flowers, and a nice fragrance was spread in the air, until it became a cloud of pink blossoms which perfumed the air, and nice pink flowers started blooming, started uh, blossoming. The news of this filled the village. Now, whole village came to know this, that in this season, how can a tree bloom and blossom? But it has happened, and everyone ran to see the wonder. To see this wonder, obviously, it is a wonder. It can naturally ever never happen. The covetous couple, the greedy couple, also heard the story and gathered up the remaining ashes. When they came to know that they have done this with the help of ashes, they also gathered the ashes. They are having the same ash in their fireplace also. Kept them to make withered trees blossom. They also kept it so that they will also change the withered trees into blossomed trees. The kind old man, hearing that, his lord. Now, this good old man, the old farmer, when he heard that his lord, as we have the king, etc. So here also his lord, the respected daimyo, was to pass along the high road, as we have the landlords, etc. So the respected man, when he was about to come, when his procession, his palki was about to come, he thought that he would also make him happy by doing this magic, was to pass along the high road, the highway, as we have near the, I think, village it is. So he planned that he would also make him happy, set out to see him, that he'll see him and he would make him happy. Taking his basket of ashes as the train approached, train means as the procession of this rich man approached, of this respectable person approached, daimyo, he climbed up into an old withered cherry tree. And he climbed, obviously, to sprinkle it properly, he climbed it, that stood by the wayside. This tree was just standing there by the wayside, side of the road. Now, in the days of the daimyos, it was the custom that their lord passed by whenever, but according to the custom, you cannot look at the procession, the palki, and the daimyo, his wife. You will only bend down, kneel down, and you will bend your head. You will look down and bend down with respect. You can't see the daimyo. So this is the custom. So when their lord passed by, for all the loyal people to shut up their high windows. That means even if the windows are there, they have to shut up so that nobody does the disrespect of looking at him. They even pasted them fast with a slip of paper. Even the windows were pasted with paper so that nobody sees him, so as not to commit the impertinence, the disrespect of looking down on his lordship. So everybody respected him and did the same customary of kneeling down and bending down, not looking at him. All the people along the road would fall upon their hands and knees. They would bend down on their hands and knees so that they are showing their respect, and remain prostrate. And they will just remain prostrate, we know na, lying on the ground with the face downward. So utmost respect is given to him until the procession of the daimyo passes by. So they are giving full respect to him. But you know, the good old man was there to do something else. The train drew nearer. The train means the procession, all the people along with the other servants and guards and everybody, they were coming nearer and nearer. One tall, competent man, you know, there are some guards who are very strong enough, like the bouncers of the film stars. So here also we see that he is there to make an announcement, shout, and clear the way, and also ensure that everybody is giving respect to him. There's nobody there on the road. So one tall, competent, strong man marched ahead. He came ahead from the procession, and he cried out loudly. He shouted to the people, by the way, get down on your knees. And what is this announcement? That please get down on your knees fast. Get down on your knees. And everyone kneeled down while the procession was passing, and everybody followed it as the procession was passing. Suddenly, the leader of the van caught sight of the aged man. Now, suddenly, the good old farmer was seen that he is not kneeling down. He was about to call out to him in an angry tone. He was about to be angry, but just because he was such an old man that he pretended that he did not even notice him, he did not see him, and let the other man pass by because he was very old. So he just left him, ignored him, and neglected him. So when the daimyo palki drew near, the old man taking a pinch of ashes from his basket, scattered it over the tree so that he can see this something happening. In a moment, it burst into blossom, and the whole tree was changed into a nicely blossomed, flowered tree, and the nice fragrance was spread in the air. And the daimyo saw this. He was so delighted, so happy. He ordered the procession to stop, and he wanted to see this nicely. And he got out to see the wonder. Calling the old man to him, he thanked him and ordered presents. Now he was so happy, you know, the king and all these people, the rich people, whenever they are happy, they are always showering their blessings in the form of gifts. So here, rewards or gifts. So here he gave him silk robes, long silk gowns, and sponge cakes, and the Japanese fans and other rewards were given to him. And he even invited him to his castle. Castle is a medieval kind of a huge building, or you can call it a kind of small palace. That is a castle. Appointed castles you would have seen. So he invited him to his place also. He gave him so much of respect. So the old man went gleefully, very happily, very, very gleefully. He went home and he shared this with his wife also, with his dear old wife. He was very happy. So this is again a lot of respect given to him. So the dog helped him in this way get a lot of respect. But when the greedy neighbor heard of it, you know, the greedy neighbors are always following the good ones. He took some of the magic ashes. They are also having the ash. He took that and went out on the highway. He also came out on this highway only because he heard this right now only. Then he waited until the daimyo's train came along, and so he waited till the procession was coming near. And instead of kneeling down, he also did not knelt down because he wanted to show the same kind of an action, and he wanted to get praises and gifts. Actually, he was greedy. Just a moment. Yes. So when the daimyo himself was almost directly under him, he threw a handful of ashes over the tree, which did not change a particle. But what happened? Instead of just sprinkling a pinch of the ashes, he sprinkled a whole handful of the ashes. But the problem is that nothing happened. Nothing happened. And uh, it was just the particles. It was just, they just remained what they were. That means they did not turn the tree into a blooming tree, and it only remained ash. And can you imagine when ash is sprinkled on you, how would you feel if you go in, it goes into your eyes and your nose? You would really be irritated. So he threw a handful, not even a pinch, but a handful. And the wind blew, and the worst is done by the wind. The fine dust went into the noses and eyes of the daimyo and his wife. Such sneezing and choking, that if some dust or a particle goes into your nose, you start sneezing and choking, and the throat was also choked, it was also blocked. It spoiled all the pomp and dignity of the procession, all the pomp and show, and all the glamour and all the lavishness of this procession. The beauty of it was all destroyed. The man whose business it was to cry, or that means to shout, he shouted at this man, the greedy man. Get down on your knees. Now, first of all, you get down on your knees. Seize the old fool. And then he captured him by his hands, by his collar, and he dragged him. Dragging, how you just pull a person along the floor, along the ground. So here in this way, he is dragged, and tumbled him and his ash basket. Tumbling now is overturning, and his ash basket was also thrown away into the ditch. Into the ditch. Ditch part is the depression that is there along the road. Then beating him soundly, very nicely, he beated him. He left him for dead, and he was almost dead, and later he died. Thus, the wicked old man died in the mud. But the kind friend of the dog dwelt in peace. Who is this kind friend of the dog? The old farmer and his wife. They lived in peace and plenty, and a lot of prosperity, a lot of money. And both he and his wife lived to a green old age. Now, what is this green old age? Can you see? Very healthy, very active life, and a very prosperous life with a lot of money, health, and wealth, and healthy body. They kept on living till a nice old age. And this is how the dog helped him even after being dead. So here we know that why the name of the chapter is kept, ashes that made trees bloom. So these are the this is the ash which, when sprinkled by the farmer or the old man, bloomed the whole tree, and how he was respected, and again he became a very, very rich man forever and ever. So it's a nice Japanese story that you would have understood and enjoyed. Please understand it well and try to complete the question answers.